Of us talk to our times towards an ethnography of a self-poisoning mind. Hannah Arendt, I think, as so often, puts her finger on the point. One of the most dangerous things that any capitalist society creates at times of hardship is a mass. A mass is that group of people that are separate from the overall, then from the capitalist system, that would be defined as surplus to requirements, and understand themselves as surplus and therefore impoverished. And she suggests they get very poor and very isolated. And that is certainly true. They do. But one of the things that also happens is that they get enculturated with their own subculture. Their own subculture that, of course, makes them even harder to reach. Even when the society changes and money comes back in, and the mass could be disrupted, by then it's normally become its own thing. And an awful lot. One of the things you can see happen again and again is this logic of once you've got a mass that is created, and the point is about such groups of people, is that they've got no interest, no stake in the community that has rejected them, in the society that has rendered them surplus. They need to do their logical move is to query the validity of that society and want to smash it from within or without. Because that makes them then peculiarly, Hannah Arendt says, open to the moves of autocrats. In her day, of course, she meant Nazi Germany and she meant communism. And now, as I said, I think that group gives itself a subculture and has done since at least I was a teenager, and skinheads were born out of Thatcherism, and then the reaction to skinheads and all the anti-racist punk music I loved as a child, as an adolescent, all that stuff. But therefore, that group becomes a subculture, but it's still a subculture that is difficult to reach and that understands itself as difficult to reach. Why, in spite of having vast amounts of money from the EU, did Cornwall vote for Brexit? Because mass, that is the poorest in Cornwall, were the hardest to reach. And so they felt, rightly or wrongly, their subculture told them nobody bothered. Vast amounts of money were spent then on the middle classes. And what helped the middle classes? And not on the poor at all. Why did COVID create madness amongst the New Age communities? Because it destroyed the market trades. It rendered this people of capitalists who had been used to making their own way surplus. It created a mass and a subculture of rejection. It's dangerous, you see.